As a recruitment consultant, how many times have you put in extraordinary effort to make a match between a client and a candidate, only for your management and firm to receive the lion's share of the recognition, and most importantly, the commission? In this video, we're going to talk about the massive earning potential, increased flexibility, tax benefits, and reduced pressure that comes with being an independent recruitment consultant. In a way, you can take advantage of the upsides while minimizing your risks. Welcome to Kofi Group. We're the executive recruitment specialists dedicated to matching software developers and machine learning engineers on a direct hire basis with VC-backed startups in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, New York, and Austin. Our videos cover hiring tips and strategies for startups, software engineering, data science, interview preparation, salary negotiation, remote work, recruitment tips, and much more. Subscribe now for the latest software engineering and machine learning insights, invaluable hiring tips, and the best career building advice on YouTube. The times are a-changing. Over the past few years, workplaces have started to see a gradual shift in a few key areas. One of those key areas is remote working. While old-school management have long been skeptical of working from home, a global pandemic and various stages of lockdown have forced employers to embrace the concept. Prior to 2020, remote work was traditionally seen as unprofessional, unproductive, and unregulated. But for the first time, a large cross-section of employers are seeing the benefit of having a mobile workforce without a physical office or location. Many businesses, ours included, got in early and had a successful and efficient remote work culture long before the pandemic forced others into the same arrangement. In fact, we've been operating as a remote-first company since 2017. All signs point to remote work becoming a mainstay in employment, and as recruitment consultants, we are set to benefit from this arrangement. In fact, we believe that the most successful recruitment firms of the future will have no physical offices or recruiters on staff as employees. Traditional recruitment consultancy. The majority of recruitment consultants start their career working for a traditional recruitment agency. They begin as standard W-2 employees, generally with a base salary and a commission plan that typically ranges from anywhere from 10% to a modest 40%. In these high-pressure environments, it's all about adhering to KPIs, meeting arbitrary targets, and hitting your weekly quota of calls, in-mails, client meetings, and interviews. While the recruitment firm bullpen is great for training and upskilling, it does come with some career-limiting caveats. Many recruitment consultants, especially high-performing ones, quickly outgrow this type of workplace and resent the thought of being micromanaged for the rest of their lives. They see less value in meeting KPIs and generating revenue for a company when they know they could achieve better outcomes for themselves and receive more commission as a result. Recruitment consultants will often consider leaving a large recruitment firm with the hopes of doing it all themselves through one of two routes. Some choose to try and start their own firm based on the knowledge and experience they've acquired so far. While it's a viable pathway, only a very small percentage actually succeed. The more popular and easily more accessible route is that of the solopreneur or the independent contractor. Working as an independent recruitment consultant opens up a whole host of new freedoms, financial benefits, and work-life balance improvements. The benefits of working as an independent recruitment specialist. You have probably heard the statistics about the ever-growing gig economy. According to the Chamber of Commerce, 57% of Americans participate in the gig economy, and 43% of the workforce was suspected to be freelancers by the end of 2020. With the current rise of unemployment this year, these statistics may be even higher now than previously estimated. But this was the case even before 2020. Some of the highest-paid professionals in sales work as independent contractors. According to U.S. News rankings, real estate agents enjoy the fourth best sales and marketing job with 69% job satisfaction. In fact, realtors are the 13th highest paid profession in the country. It's easy to see why the switch is so attractive. As an independent contractor, you're no longer bound by hard targets and KPIs, Your success lives and dies with you. So, what are some other benefits of working as an independent recruitment consultant? Unlimited time off and schedule flexibility. How many times while working your standard workday have you needed to run an errand or attend a doctor's appointment? Life happens, but all too often you're limited by the length of your lunch break or the amount of PTO. Even if you go the right way about it and request leave for certain days and times, there are often unspoken social consequences that accompany these requests. That's if your request is even approved in the first place. With independent recruitment, you set your own hours and schedule. You can build your workday around the other truly important things in your life. Need a vacation? A day off. Need to spend more time with the family? You're the boss. Remote working means you can travel anywhere and work from anywhere. No external pressure. High-paying jobs don't always have to equal high-pressure environments. More often than not, though, recruitment consultants experience an overload of pressure as a result of two key factors. The first is micromanagement, which is undoubtedly one of the biggest pain points recruiters feel. This can be as a result of poor management training, or your boss could just be a tyrant and enjoy asking you what you've accomplished every hour. As a recruitment consultant, how many times can you remember a meeting with your boss or manager, and despite you successfully making placements, they found something to criticize? Cue the 2-hour meeting discussing cookie-cutter KPI targets. It could be worse still. You may also need to spend an hour coaching other coworkers on how to manage your clients that you brought on, but had to hand off due to stiff company rules. Want to remove that stress and pressure? Get rid of micromanagement by becoming an independent recruitment consultant. The second pressure is financial in nature. Recruitment is essentially a sales job, and if the revenue stops or drastically slows down then, regardless of how much you think you're worth, your firm will fire you. We heard countless stories this year about recruitment firms cutting up to 50% of their staff due to financial pressure. Stress and negative pressures affect every aspect of your work and create destructive feedback loops that only intensify as time goes on. With the majority of those stresses removed in an independent arrangement, it's likely you'd close more deals since you could focus 100% of your energy on growing your pipeline. How successful could you be with fewer constraints? At Kofi Group, we treat our independent recruitment consultants like the professionals they truly are. Our management style is the polar opposite of what you've likely experienced in a large recruitment firm or corporate agency. Instead of focusing on activity-based KPIs, arbitrary deadlines, and quantity over quality, we prioritize results, collaboration, and building long-term relationships with our clients and candidates. We're results-focused, but at the same time, we realize that everyone is different. That's why the independent recruitment consultants who work with Kofi Group are encouraged to set their own KPIs, their own financial goals, and we work with them to help them achieve those goals through coaching and mentorship on an individual basis. Huge earning potential. Let's face it, no one shows up to work for free unless you're already super wealthy. So the appeal of independent recruitment is not surprising. Without the pressure of management, office politics, and chasing unrealistic KPIs, you are wholly focused on the outcomes you want to achieve. It's easy to be motivated when you know the majority of the commission you earn will stay in your pocket. At Kofi Group, an independent recruiter, one of our 3 compensation options, keeps 65% of their billing, including split deals, on up to $400K in billing, and 80% of what they produce after that. Yes, you heard that right. This is uncapped with no thresholds, no waiting periods after collection, and no algebra required to figure out your commission check. It's a rare sentiment in today's cutthroat business world, but it's our belief that if you do the majority of the work, you should receive the majority of the rewards. So let's crunch the numbers and work out what that looks like in terms of take-home pay. If you were to bill $250,000 worth of deals, at Kofi Group, you could expect to bank $162,000 in commission. Take that up to $500,000 worth of billing and your commission increases to $340,000. Breaking those numbers down further, if your average deal size is $20,000, then your average commission check would be $13,000. That is, of course, assuming you haven't already crossed the $400,000 threshold. We know you're probably thinking that this sounds way too good to be true, so feel free to reach out to one of our independent recruitment consultants on LinkedIn and verify these numbers for yourself. As an independent recruitment consultant with Kofi Group, your setup and operational costs are minimal. If we assume $450 per month for healthcare costs and $80 per month on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, this still leaves a gross annual pay of $155,640 for a recruitment consultant billing $250,000 worth of deals. Recruiters can expect more than double that amount when billing $500,000 or more. Let us know in the comments how these numbers compare with the earning potential of your current comp plan. Another important factor to consider is your sales territory. Location is everything, and recruiting for different clients across the country can present wildly varying financial benefits. Placing accountants in the Midwest won't earn you nearly as much as if you were placing software engineers in Silicon Valley. Competition for talent in bigger cities translates to higher salaries. Similarly, as an independent recruitment consultant, you have the freedom to work from anywhere. Historically, New York candidates were recruited by consultants living in New York, and Silicon Valley placements were made by local recruiters. As a remote worker, you can comfortably live in a lower-cost city and work in a high-value market like New York, San Francisco, or Austin remotely. If more money isn't enough to convince you, the tech industry is easily one of the fastest-growing sectors in the U.S. market. Current global conditions and the evolving workplace guarantees that the tech industry is recession-proof. Just look at the performance of tech stocks during the past year. Working as a remote independent recruitment consultant has the potential to yield much more income for the same amount of work. Why work harder when you can work smarter? Tax benefits. Being an independent recruitment consultant means there are some significant changes in the way you are paid and taxed. Instead of having income taxes deducted from each paycheck and handed straight to the IRS, you are now considered a 1099 contractor, and you'll need to record all your expenses and pay your taxes at the end of the year. Initially, this may feel like a hassle or even a drawback to independent recruitment, but it does come with some unique added benefits. As a 1099 contractor, you are now able to access over 15 tax deductions reserved for those participating in the gig economy. How much you make each year isn't nearly as important as how much you keep after taxes. With the help of a CPA or tax specialist, you can learn how to legally and effectively write off things like travel costs, your home office, your monthly cell phone bill, your LinkedIn recruiter account, home internet, and several other legitimate business expenses. Keeping those coffee receipts, Uber invoices, and home office utility bills may not feel like it's making much of a difference to your bottom line. But as a high earner and with a robust tax strategy, there are some massive tax benefits from clever accounting. Do it all yourself. Many successful recruiters who don't have experience running a business believe that they can just do it on their own and keep 100% of every fee. There are several reasons why this is not practical. According to statistics, over 20% of small businesses fail in the first year, with up to 50% failing by year 5. A lot of this is due to lack of vision, business experience, or just not being prepared. Attempting to build your own recruitment firm means you will have to perform every function of a company all by yourself. Being a productive recruiter is only a fraction of what it takes to run a successful recruitment agency. In fact, many recruiters are often so overwhelmed when they strike out on their own for the first time, they end up going corporate or returning to a big agency. On your own, you would be in charge of marketing, communications, legal, technical support, and the morning coffee run. You'll need to engage consultants, website developers, CPAs, and lawyers to ensure you don't get into serious trouble. Being an independent recruitment consultant isn't just about placing candidates. There is a whole microcosm of behind-the-scenes preparation that is needed to keep the machine running smoothly. Many recruiters have the desire to be their own boss and take charge of recruitment and business development. But unfortunately, most recruiters are simply not equipped to run a recruitment operation solo. They lack business acumen and the experience to properly operate or scale their business. Unprepared solopreneurs often underestimate the time, capital, and risk involved in doing it all yourself. At Kofi Group, we've eliminated the risks of independent recruitment by providing recruiters with a platform they can leverage, a scalable system with agreed-upon best practices, and then we stay out of their way. Our management team works behind the scenes to handle administration, operations, accounting, legal support, technical support, marketing, and other headaches, so that you can focus on building fantastic relationships, making more placements, and building your personal brand. We also provide useful resources to our independent recruitment consultants with on-demand access to Bullhorn ATS CRM, Office 365, research tools, and the opportunity to collaborate with an experienced and professional team of recruitment experts. At Kofi Group, you can have a collaborative environment and the freedom you seek at the same time. No one can micromanage you, but you have a team of seasoned recruiters at your disposal who can offer advice or support as a respected equal. Instead of training other junior recruiters on the basics, you'll be part of a think tank with other recruiters on your level to share tips, collaborate with, and make more placements together. When you take a look at all the positives of independent recruitment, it's easy to see why the ambitious recruiter would choose to go independent. Remote work, increased financial rewards, freedom, and greater tax benefits means that skilled consultants can take the next leap forward in their careers. It's important to note that traditional recruitment agencies have their place in the world and offer a fantastic waiting pool for junior recruiters in their early career. Sure, you're mostly being micromanaged, but it's the perfect place for training and developing the skills you need to excel at your craft. We would go far as to say that being exposed to this environment is crucial in becoming a skilled recruiter, and there aren't many successful recruitment professionals that have bypassed this first step. But for those professional recruitment consultants who have outgrown the firm they have flourished in and want to maximize their freedom and earning potential, Kofi Group provides that platform for success. At Kofi Group, we're all about empowering you to work in a way that yields the best results. When you're ready to take off the training wheels, we're ready to support you to reach your true potential. We hope you enjoyed why independent recruitment is the next big trend. If you learned something from this video, please click that thumbs up button and let us know in the comments if there's any recruitment, technology, or startup-specific content you want us to cover next. To be the first to see other amazing recruitment, technology, and startup strategy videos, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. At Kofi Group, we're the executive recruitment specialists dedicated to matching software developers and machine learning engineers on a direct hire basis, with VC-backed startups in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, New York, and Austin. We help startups outcompete FANG, which is Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, and big tech in the highly competitive war for talent. To benefit from a confidential conversation about your career and some of the best opportunities for software developers and startups, contact Kofi Group today.